Welcome to Shine. My name is Lindsay, and we're going to start in a child's pose. So make your way there, bringing the knees wide, big toes touch. Forehead to the back of the hands can be nice. A block is always nice here, or bringing the forehead down to the floor. It is kind of a reach, especially first thing in the morning, can feel that way. So bringing anything to help support can be nice. Think about reaching the sit bones towards the heels here. And just settle in. You might wiggle the hips a little side to side. Maybe rock the head a little bit, side to side. Start to pay attention to the breath. Welcome, Demetra. Hey, Stephanie, Samantha. So just start to take a breath in fully through the nose, if that's possible. You could exhale out of the mouth. Great way to release tension. And just a great way to let go of something we're holding on to. So a few more breaths just like that. And we'll go ahead and extend the arms long if they're not already, and then start to walk the hands over to the right. So we're going to get a little side stretch here. Walk hands over to the right, and then you could place the left hand on top of right, getting a left side body stretch. You might even press the ribs out a little bit, deepening that stretch there. Couple breaths. And then on your next inhale, walk hands back to center, and then we'll take it over to the other side, over to the left. Reach a little further with that right hand, or right hand on top of left. Stretch side body. Round a bit in that side to deepen the stretch. Couple breaths. On the next inhale, walk hands back to center. We'll make our way up to a tabletop position. Welcome everybody, just came in. So come on up to this tabletop position. Sorry, I'm getting over this cough this week. All right, I have a frog in my throat. All right, so we're going to extend our right leg behind us here. Tuck the toes under and just reach back through the heel. You can kind of rock front to back and just getting that stretch in the calf, the Achilles. So just rocking front to back here. A couple more times. And then we're going to get into that side body again. So this leg crossing over the bent knee. So you're taking it over to the other side and then rounding. I think we're on the right side, rounding that right side. So whatever leg crossed over, that's the side we're stretching, rounding that side. So you can take a little bit more rounding into it. Pressing into that foot that crossed over. One more inhale. One more exhale. And release, come back to center. We'll take that knee back down to the floor and then extend the other leg out. So tuck the toes under and we'll reach back through the heel, find that rocking front to back. This is great for our foot too, getting a little stretch there. Perfect, and then lift that leg, cross it over the bent knee, and we can keep the toes tucked under and then round that side body. Woo. Feel it there in the outer hip, side body. Couple breaths. Beautiful. And then we'll release. Take that knee back to the floor. Let's inhale, lift the heart, lift the sit bones. So we're opening up through the front body. And then exhale, round the back for our cat arch. Tuck the chin, tuck the tail. Let's just do that a couple more times. Lift heart, sit bones. Get this movement in the spine. Always a great way to begin our yoga practice is getting this movement, this flow through the spine first and foremost. One more round here, cat-cow. And then we'll release into a neutral spine, flat back. Walk the hands forward. We'll tuck the toes, come up and back into down dog. So our hands are about shoulder width apart, maybe wider, as well as the feet, maybe hip width apart or wider. The wider might just create more space for your body. So you could always play with that. Really spread the fingers wide and lift those sit bones up and back. Any movement here, maybe pedaling out the feet. We could bend the knees, shake out the head a little bit. Couple more breaths in this down dog. And then keeping the feet as they are, we're going to move our hands. On your next inhale, start to walk the hands back towards the feet. So we'll find yourself in this forward fold. Feel free to bend the knees as much as you like and make it more of a rag doll, letting the head go, shoulders. We might grab opposite elbows, let the arms hang. And again, you might bend your knees enough where the belly rests on top of the thighs. And let's give the head a shake. Yes, no. Maybe a little sway side to side. Beautiful. On your next inhale, really press into the feet. And we're going to make our way up to standing, rolling up the spine. Let the head come up last as we make our way up. Nice and easy, nice and slow. And then roll the shoulders up and back a couple times. Yes. Welcome, everybody. All right. So from here, we're going to find a samasthiti, it's called. So finding a balance between right, left here. We'll bring the palms together and evenly press together as well. So the idea is same from right to left, finding a balance. That's where the name samasthiti comes. Close the eyes here. Feel the feet on the floor, reaching up through the crown of the head, nice and strong in the core. And just find your breath here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Or any breath that works for you today. Might just be in through the mouth, out of the mouth. One more full breath right here. And we'll open the eyes, release those hands. Take the arms behind you. So if you can interlace the fingers, do that. If not, we'll just reach for opposite wrists, forearms, or elbows, opening that chest here. So open the chest, lift the gaze, take an extra breath. Squeeze those shoulder blades together behind you a little bit. And then we'll inhale here. Keep that clasp behind the back. Exhale, come into that forward fold. Bend the knees as much as you need to. If you have the fingers interlaced, you might lift the arms off the back a little bit. Couple more breaths right here. Let the head go. And then release those arms from behind. We'll inhale, halfway lift. Hands can come to the shins, flat back. Exhale. So we're at the back of the mat. We're going to walk our hands forward and come into a plank position and hold. Feel free to lower the knees, firing up our core right here. Shoulders over the wrists, heart reaching forward, belly hugging in. So let's inhale here. Exhale, hold. Find your strength. Push the floor away. Inhale. Nice and strong. Exhale. One more breath. Maybe starting to feel a little shaky. Inhale. I am. Exhale. Beautiful. Let's take one more inhale. Push the floor away. Engage through the upper back. And then exhale. We'll lower all the way down to the belly. Lifting up into cobra. So let's put the tops of the feet down on the floor. And the hands are just behind the shoulders, just above the rib cage. And then hug the knees in, elbows. These are elbows. And then we'll lift up into cobra. So you could press into the hands a little bit. Lift the heart up and forward, shoulders down, away from the ears. Keep squeezing those elbows in. Press down into the tops of the feet, the pelvis. One more inhale here. Exhale, release the heart, chest to the floor, and we'll press up and back to child's pose. So take those knees wide, big toes touch, reach back. Rest here, a few breaths. And then as you're ready, making your way to down dog from child's. We're going to come into some standing poses. So this could also be from a tabletop position where you make your way up to standing. So down dog or tabletop, we'll lift that right leg up. Inhale. Exhale, step the foot forward in between the hands. Maybe walk it forward if it needs it. And then come on up. We're going to come into a lunge. Yes. Ooh, Lauren's outside in the morning sun. That looks nice. That should be outside. That looks so nice. All right, so we're on the ball of the back foot. Let's take those arms into cactus arms. So nice and open through the heart. Take those elbows wide. Yes. All right, we're going to get some movement here. So as you inhale, we'll straighten the legs, reach the arms up. As you exhale, we'll sink into that lunge. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lunge. Couple more right here. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lunge. Beautiful. One more. Inhale, that back knee lowers to the floor. Exhale, or hovering just above the floor. And then let's inhale here. Where are we going next? Exhale. Let's take those hands behind the back here. Bend the front knee and just reach the chest forward. So option to come into a balance here or stay here in this lunge. So here in the lunge or lift this back leg up, finding a balance. The heart can lift a little bit here, gaze can come forward, or we're just really loading that front leg in a lunge. Wherever you are, hold for 3, 2, and 1. Step that foot back behind you, release the arms, inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, take those hands down to the floor, step back into our plank. We'll inhale there. Exhale, lower down to the belly. Cobra as you inhale, lift that heart, squeeze elbows in. Exhale, your choice, child's pose or down dog, wherever you want to rest here, either of those. Maybe get a sip of water if you need it. Few breaths here, checking in and observing, noticing what's coming up in the body. All right, making your way to down dog once again if you're not there. And then we'll take the left leg up, inhale. Exhale, step the foot forward. We're setting up for that crescent lunge here, other side. So come on up. Yes, perfect. We'll find those cactus arms on the ball of the back foot. And let's move. So straighten up, inhale.
Exhale, sink into that lunge. So the back knee could come low to the floor. Straighten and lunge. Couple more of these with the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more here. Inhale. Exhale. Hold that lunge. We'll take the hands behind the back. So you could interlace or grab for opposite elbows. Open the chest and lean the chest forward. We could stay right here or lifting that back leg up. Find balance. This is called airplane. Lift the heart. Yes, beautiful. Hold for 3. You all look great. 2, 1. Step it back. Whew. Might be gracefully, might not. Release those hands. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Let's take hands down, step back. To the belly we go. Cobra on an inhale. You choose here, down dog or child's pose. Few breaths. All right, moving on. Come on up to down dog if you're not already there. We're going to get into our hips a little bit here. So right leg lifts. This time we're going to step the foot to the outside of the hands and come into a lizard lunge. So really walk that foot forward, and then the back knee can lower down here. Hands to the inside of the front foot, and then lengthen the spine. So reach the heart forward. So hip flexor on the left. You probably feel that here. Breathe into it. If it's too much, maybe come back a little bit with the hips. We can eventually lower down to the forearms if we need a little more here. So block works really well. We want to lower down. Keep reaching the heart forward. Couple more breaths in this lizard lunge right here. And then we're going to take this into a lizard lunge twist. So if you've gone down to your forearms, come on up. We'll take this left hand out to the left, right hand on top of the thigh, and work a twist. So we're just opening that heart towards the bent front knee. We could stay here or reach that right arm back. And here's the kicker. Not necessary, but you could try this here. We take that right arm back, bend the back knee, maybe reach for the foot. Hey, quad stretch. Can be pretty intense, so you might be able to hold on for a second and then release, take it back in. Or we could work with a strap wrapping around the foot and pulling it in. That's an option. Wherever you are, we're just going to take a few more breaths here. Keep twisting, opening to the right. Yes. Beautiful. For 3. I was going to say this one's good for you, Lauren, but she went somewhere. This is a great one for runners. And release. Release that foot, plant the hands, step back into our down dog. Ooh, shake out those legs if you need to a little bit, those hips. And then let's take it to the other side. Left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, stepping that foot to the outside of the hands, setting up that for the lizard lunge, other side. So this front ankle is below the knee. So walk the foot forward enough where we can get that stacking of those joints. Back knee lowers. Spine lengthens, so reaching the heart forward. We might eventually lower to the forearms. No matter what, we keep breathing here. Keep that flow of breath. Rather than sometimes we tend to hold it when we get into these stretches. or maybe more of a shallow breath. Try to breathe fully and deeply. One more inhale. One more exhale. And let's come up to the palms if you're not there. We're going to take our right hand out to the right, left hand on top of this thigh. I'm going to turn to face you so I don't have my back towards you. And then just work that twist here. So opening to the left. You might take your left arm back, maybe bend the back knee, reach for the foot, quad. Few breaths wherever you are. Again, with this quad stretch, it's one that we want to hold our breath, right? Try to keep the breath flowing. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Release. Take those hands forward. Step back into our down dog. Ooh, couple more breaths right there. And then we'll get into a little bit more heart opening. So go ahead, lower to the knees. We're going to do camel. And we'll do this one 3 times. So come to standing on the knees here. Knees are apart. About 2 fist width is a good measure. And then let's take those arms up overhead. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands lower to the lower back, or come to the lower back. So fingers could point down, maybe up, maybe wrapping around. Kind of nice to press the thumbs into the sacrum a little bit as we come into this. So squeeze the elbows behind you, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Again, we'll do this a few times, so we don't need to come very far here, this first one, but you might follow the ceiling or the sky back a little bit. Opening chest, one more breath. As you come out, you'll lead with the heart, let the head come up last, and then we can sit back onto the heels for a moment. Just take that in and get ready for round 2. All right, here we go. Round 2. Feel free to sit any of these rounds out as well. Come on up. Take those arms up. Inhale, find length. Exhale, hands to the lower back. We'll squeeze elbows behind us. Lift the heart, lift the gaze. And you might tuck the toes under, reach for the heels. Maybe take the head back a little more. Couple breaths. Keep reaching the hips forward rather than taking the hips back with you. For 3, 2, 1. Come on up. It's hard to talk back there. Lift that head, sit back. Take a moment to observe the body, any sensation coming up around the heart, the front of the heart or back. And then here we go, round 2, round 3, last round. Come on up to the knees. Inhale those arms. Exhale, release. Squeeze elbows, open chest, lift the gaze. So this is the final round. Coming to our fullest expression. Maybe reach for the heels, maybe take that head back. Opening the throat, heart for 3, 2, 1. Lift on up through the heart, let the head follow. Sit back on the heels. Whew. Take that in for a moment. And then as you're ready, we'll swing the legs around, extending the legs forward. We'll counter that stretch with a forward fold. So nice and easy on the lower back. Sit up tall, feet flexed. You might take the arms up once again. Inhale. Exhale, take it slow. Be cautious of the lower back as we reach the heart forward, folding over the legs. You might reach for the calves, ankles, or feet. We'll take about 5 more breaths here. Another good time to bring a strap in around the balls of the feet. It can be really beneficial for this stretch. And a strap could mean any sort of belt or scarf or even towel works really well. We'll take one more inhale, one more exhale. And then coming out of that fold, inhale, we'll make our way onto our back. So could bend the knees, maybe roll back a little bit, or just flop back, whatever works best. Hug the knees into the chest. Maybe find a rocking side to side. Couple more minutes left here. We're going to get a supine twist, which I always love to end this way. One of my favorites. So here are 2 options. You could do both knees or just the right knee hugging into the chest, extend the left leg long. We'll inhale here. Exhale, that right knee crosses the body over to the left, or both knees release over to the left, and we'll reach back through the right arm. Supine twist. Reaching that right shoulder back towards the floor, and then maybe bringing the gaze back with the back hand. A block can work well underneath the knee or in between both knees. Few more breaths here. And on your next inhale, slowly make your way back to center. And then we'll take it to the other side. So whatever variation you're going with, both knees or that left knee hugs in. Inhale. Exhale. Over to the right you go. One knee or both knees. Reach back through the left arm. Few more breaths. On your next inhale, release back to center. Feel free to hug the knees into the chest one final time. Take an inhale there. And an exhale. So one more inhale. And exhale, straighten those legs out. Coming into our final position, Shavasana, final relaxation. So extend legs, extend arms, palms face up. Make any adjustments, wiggle, scoot, to make this a comfortable position. Close the eyes, soften the face, the jaw. Allowing this stillness, this release, this relaxation. And I thank you all for joining me. I will log us off here. Stay here as long as you can. Thank you so much for having me. It's been an honor to guide you all. Have a wonderful Saturday. Namaste.